Greg Link. How can corporate America benefit from smart trust right now?
Right now, we're in a crisis of trust, Greg, and the markets are frozen because of fear, and there's a lot of risk out there. And so smart trust helps you learn how to navigate a low trust world and be smart about it. And so it's an ability to show you how to trust in a low trust world.
Well, in the book, you detail 5 actions of smart trust. What are they?
Well, we've had an opportunity over the years over 25 years, to talk to CEOs and C-suites all over the world. And we've identified 5 actions that are common to these high trust leaders. One is they believe in trust. They believe it's a better way to live, a better way to lead. Secondly, they start with themselves. They take responsibility. They have both character and competence. Third, they do what they say they're going to do. We talked to a CEO that operated in 180 countries, and he said the one common thing in all these different countries that people delineate for who they trust is, do people do what they say they're going to do? Pretty straightforward. And then fourth, you've got to not only be authentic, you've got to declare your intent. You've got to be straightforward. You've got to be transparent in all that you do. And transparency is a funny word, everybody talks about it, but the leader of the future will be a more transparent leader. And then lastly, number 5, you've got to lead out in extending trust to others. You've got to trust your people. You've got to trust your customers. So smart trust is the art and the skill of being able to extend trust.
Is there a company right now that practices the smart trust that you preach?
Yeah, probably the best example now is Zappos. Tony Hsieh started a company, went from 0 to $1 billion in the worst decade in economic history. And he did it by delivering happiness, is what his book is called. He trusted his employees. When I talked to him, he said he trusted his employees and he trusted his customers.
Is there any way that investors can spot a company that shows smart trust, as you write about it in the book, and maybe make some money off it?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, high trust companies are much more profitable. If you're familiar with your readers or listeners are familiar with the Fortune magazine best companies to work list, 67% of that criteria is based upon trust. Over the last 13 years, ending in 2010, the companies on the top of that list, outperformed the market by 288%. So high trust companies are more profitable, and what you can look for are the behaviors in these leaders. Are they authentic? Laura Rittenhouse has a straight talk kind of a list that she has, and those companies have outperformed those straight talk leaders that are high on her list for transparency. Those leaders have outperformed the market 9 of the last 10 years by 18%. So it definitely pays off. It is a high trust. High trust is very profitable, both individually and collectively for companies.
This market is
stock tickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to